the potential government shutdown that could happen at midnight tonight.
And members of Congress not optimistic that they can get a deal to keep the government open in the next 8 hours. If there is a shutdown, there would be a range of effects on public services as well as the broader economy. So, what does all of this mean? What is the local impact? Our State House reporter Emily Longnecker is here now to talk about this. And so keeping government services open,
Right.
A lot of people concerned about that. Let's start with that. What would stay open in a shutdown?
So anything considered essential, the military, air traffic control, border patrol, TSA would continue to operate. These are all considered essential services with essential workers, so they would continue to do their jobs, but without pay until the funding would resume. Mandatory spending programs would also continue. People will still continue to get Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, but new applications and customer service may be delayed. Veterans hospitals would also continue to operate, but support services could be impacted. Some of the immediate impacts will be seen by non-essential workers. If the shutdown happens, hundreds of thousands of federal workers will be sent home without pay. Now, the White House has threatened to not bring some of those non-essential workers back, essentially mass layoffs of federal employees.
And what would that mean for services?
Okay, so health agencies like Health and Human Services and the FDA would see staff furloughed, which could slow down approvals for new drugs and food safety work. Getting a passport or a visa process could also take longer or stop completely. National parks and museums could close or see services cut, and the Small Business Administration may stop processing loan applications. When it comes to benefits like SNAP and WIC, those could continue temporarily using reserve funds, but if the shutdown drags on, families who receive those benefits could be impacted. That's the same story with Section 8 vouchers and rent subsidies. Dr. Laura Merrifield-Wilson, a political science professor with UIndy, says bottom line, it's the American people who bear the brunt of a shutdown's impact.
The thing that concerns me the most in any of these kind of discussions is the people that are really going to hurt from it may not even be aware of what's going on and the conversations. And at the end of the day, they likely don't care if it's an argument between Republicans and Democrats, the House and the Senate, right? They need these benefits, so they rely on these benefits. And so many of our government functions are considered absolute and necessary. To not have them is a disservice to the public office an individual holds. You're not doing what constituents elected you to do.
So a wide range of impacts here if tonight's deadline passes without Democrats and Republicans striking a deal. And really, as you heard Dr. Laura Merrifield-Wilson say, Americans really just caught in the middle of all of it. So.
And certainly including those civilian federal employees who will get back pay once the government reopens. But in the meantime, however long it is, they're not getting a paycheck.
Correct.